Today on A Commonly Good MTG, we are going to show you the majesty of battles and rampaging raptors. If that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, a man who has more brains than Mojo Jojo, Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Filmed before a live studio audience. Thank you so much, Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today and bringing to you a deck I found over on MTG Goldfish called Rakdos Battles by Hemgi. And yeah, it looks pretty interesting. I'm not usually over an MTG Goldfish, but I got to tell you, all my normal sources are drying up like crazy. I just don't feel like people are putting together new and exciting decks over on Aether Hub and I don't know, Magic GG, Untapped GG. The people I normally follow, it's just dry as a bone. Some people think the tech here is great. It just doesn't seem like people are engaging at all. So I've tried to find other sources. Today it's MTG Goldfish. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards in this deck. We're going to talk a little bit how it works, and we're going to go out and crush some hopes and dreams. What do we got today? Well, it's a battles deck. So we're playing with battles from whatever this expansion was called, the little sword and loop thing. Yeah, you think I'm a trained professional, I would know that kind of stuff, but I don't remember. It was too long ago. So anyways, we'll get to the battles and we'll see how that stuff works, okay? Anyways, Hopeless Nightmare forces them to discard a card. They lose 2 life. You can use it for scrying. 2 points of damage to any target. It could be 4 if you got 5 mana. This guy gets stronger with prowess every time you can do a non-creature spell. Deep-Cavern Bat steals something from their hand and then gives you flying and lifelink. Momentum Breaker forces them to sacrifice a creature or a vehicle, or if they can't, they have to discard a card. Invasion of this thing comes out, you pick up your opponent, they have to sacrifice a creature or planeswalker of their choice and then lose a life. This guy's got a big old butt and has Death Touch. Usually I use it as a defender. If you attack, you'll either get a little vampire dude out of it or you'll draw a card. Invasion of Regatha does 4 damage to your opponent or a battle, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. So those are 2 battles right there. The deal with the battles are that they come out, they do something, and then you got this little 4 and a 5 right there. You could deal damage to it in the normal way you attack it. You could shoot it with stuff. But this guy here does 4 points of damage to an opponent or battle. So you could shoot like this guy and kill it straight up, which then gives you that other guy, the Ashen Reaper, for free, which is a 2/1 with Menace. And as long at your end step, if a creature went into a graveyard on the turn, then you get a Popo counter on him. So he grows. And this guy says if a non-creature source would deal damage to a creature, battle, or opponent, it deals that much +2. So yeah, this guy's awesome to crack open as well. The real meal comes from Rampaging Raptor, who comes out with Trample and Haste, and you can pump him. And whenever he deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that same amount of damage to a target planeswalker that player controls or a battle he protects. So this guy will help rip open your battles as well, giving you more dudes if that comes down to it, or just ripping apart their planeswalkers. And you get to do damage to the opponent as well. It's a whatever I'm trying to say, a free meal deal or something like that. It's fantastic. Lastly, for the pure chaos of it, we got Rankle and Torbran, flying for strike haste, 3/4. Whenever he deals combat damage, you could choose any number of that each player creates a treasure token. Each player sacrifices a creature of their choice. And if a source would deal damage to a player or battle this turn, it deals that much damage +2 instead. Yeah, that's a lot of functionality, and you can be doing damages to battles. Great, in case you need to crack some open and get some guys. We got Manland in the mix, and that's about it. So what are we going to do? We're going to control the board a little bit, go after their hands somewhat, and get dudes out and start just killing their guys with the battles we got. Eventually, we'll get out Rampaging Raptor. Hopefully, we don't have much of a board to fight against and just destroy. All right, so that's it. That's what we're going to do. But before we go out and do our damage, let's do as we do every night. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black Queen Sholdred, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush your enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentations of the women. All right, put against Ender. I'm just going to shoot that guy. Should I wait? I should wait. All right, let's do it. We'll play old Trixie. Yeah, come at me, yo. I know Heartfelt Hero is probably the biggest threat, but we'll take a look at his hand here in a second. Oh, the humanity. Yeah, so we just got screwed. Well, at least I'll keep his dudes on the low end. We'll kill that guy off. Unfortunately, he can kill off the bat now. Dang it. Oh, his opponent, good. Not my guy. I didn't think that went out too strongly. All right, I'm going to bum rush this guy. All right, this is where we got number 4 and all in. Little bit of life gain, not a whole lot. Hopefully I can live through 12 at this point. Feature's kind of cool because he'll be able to do a nice defense. Yeah, this guy doesn't have much in his hand. That's great. If you want to block, you can. Have a good time. It's trample. All right, welcome to the Thunderdome. All right, no matter what, we'll be able to kill somebody. I got our man land. I know he's over there. I'll probably have to use him. All right, there's that boy. Why wouldn't he just play him? Prowess is what we're looking for there. Let's take that guy out. I don't like how he has the ability to do crazy things. We're not in a good position. I might have to actually chill. All right, lay it down right there. All right, so the 10's not good. We're going to send in... Can I pump him? Yeah. Oof. Yeah, I'm going to go for his throat. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Battles do what battles do best, don't they? With the Rampaging Raptor. That's his big trick. I almost went for that battle. All right, I'll probably have to block that dude. That's a whole lot of me not caring. And we'll do that just to keep guys off my back. All right, you got a pump on you? Is that the deal? Otherwise, you're just being desperate. You know that I was going to win anyway. All right, you got one card, man. I don't know what you're doing with it. There was a little Spanish flea, a rock and roll star he would be, just like the Beatles he heard of and the chipmunks he saw on TV. Why not a little Spanish flea? All right, where's the rope? That was good. Oh, the humanity. I'm dead. I can't pull out of this at this point. Yeah, he's got more than enough to kill me. Oh, did I manage to get out of it? Oh, I can't believe it. I didn't realize that the slick shot was tapped out. Victory! All right, putting against VerdantBerserker. That sucked. Come on, I'm an aggro player. Don't hold me back, baby. All right, I need mana. 2 more. What did we just do there? Nothing? You just hanging out? All right, it's a 1-1. Congratulations. All right, I need that mana you were promising me, deck. Let's do this differently. Let's see if we can crack this open. I'd like to get a Raptor out. That would be very great to start cracking open these battles. Ooh, go after that guy too. That'd be fantastic. You gonna try to mill me? I just don't know what Jace does if it isn't milling. Yeah, he's milling me. Whatever, man. Here we go. That's not great. Go after his hand. Boy, we're just taking a lot to crack this open. Where's that mana I'm looking for? I'll put the dude out. You can try to, you're gonna counter that? One at a time, right? What am I down to? 30? Come on, I just need 1 more mana. That's all I need. Give me the mana. You gonna play my own card, huh? Ooh. You want to sacrifice something? Go for it, baby. Each player sacrifices a creature of their choice. Do it. Yeah, that guy. Have a good time. And battle. That's what I've been waiting for. Sweet googly. Yeah, crack that egg open. All right, you got one card. You can do it again. Yeah, I don't. This guy's kind of lame. I guess I shouldn't care so much about getting him. You're taking out my Battle Raptor. Oh, it's only one damage, man. What do I care? I know, it's crazy how stupid that works, huh? And we win! Suck it, sucker fish! Suck it! All right, I'll play against CHAU. CHAU. All right, 3 mana. All right, can I put out red fast? I cannot. Oh, the humanity. Right, we got to do what we got to do. Oh, I'll turn 2. Oh, no. Dog, you need shush. I don't need your dogs whining about stuff. That's fine. All right, cool. All right, we got what we need for red. We'll put out our second one there. Let's go ahead and put out the Swiftspear. And here we go. All right, turn 3, we can't do anything. 5 for this. We'll go after his hand next turn. That's about it. Whatever, man. Have a good time. Bat. All right, let's see what we're going up against here. Discard 3 cards. Look tough for library. No more creatures for control if the first time cannot put a thing on it. This guy. I don't need any board wiping happening. All right, we can just go rip this guy apart. No, 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 no. All right, we'll go for it again. Or we could just rankle it in a weird way. Or we could do it this way. Invasion. Pick it. And I'm not going to go crack that open. It's fine. That's Rampaging Raptor can do what he needs to do. Do I have 5? I do. Frank. All right, one at a time. Because I don't want to give him his dragon back, so I want to put Rankle out. All right, that's fine. Rampaging Ranger is going to help out a lot in a second here. Cool. Get him! Get him! There we go. Crack it open. All right, at least I got somebody to sacrifice now. We got some more control if he tries to put a creature out. It's funny as blue players, they feel good about drawing cards, even though they don't have the mana to play them. I got plenty to kill you. You only got 2 mana left. What are you going to do? You're going to die. That's what you're going to do. All right, great. Winner, winner. Victory dinner. All right, we're playing against Zeneith. Feels like they should be pronounced differently, like Zeneith. Keep. This deck always wants me to go so slow on turn 1, and it drives me nuts. Got a lot of great stuff going on. If I could draw a single card, that'd be fantastic, but we're not. So we're going first, like a sucker. All right, we'll go destroy that guy, as one does. I know he's a beating engine heart of decks like that. A lot of guys gain from it. They can't do anything if he doesn't have a life gainers out. I got to focus on a little bit of control is what I got to do. All right, we're going to put out Monastery Swiftspear. Let's go ahead and go for a nice little kill shot there. And I'm going to, force a discard, as one does. Give it up, yo. Ooh. And he's playing with evil gas. He's cooking with evil gas there. I want to see how this card's put together, but he's doing it. All right, there's another person for me to kill. And we can go for the Raptor right now if I wanted to. We got to nip that in the bud. We can crack this open to see what's going on. Line up our next few turns. Yes, no. I'm not really concerned about 5 mana. All right, next turn we got Rampaging Raptor Rampaging. Unless whatever it puts out is too awesome. Calm down. Thanks, Hubert, for being a chill pet. I appreciate you. Yeah, whatever. That is actor, somebody who is desperate. Four damage to another opponent. I just got to get him down to the 4 level and we're good to go. My man land only takes 3. Good. We're rolling it. Another Giada. That's nuts. All right, he's going to let it through. I think I could pump it. Not sure it's worth it, though. Yeah, to get +2? Sure it is. Yeah, it's definitely the way to go. Because then I could just... I can put these out anytime. He has 0 control over it. There, I'll let you have a creature out for a turn. What I don't need right now is life gain. That would be the devil. All right, I don't even need... Just don't gain any more life. We're good. And smoke. There we go. Woo, that feels good. In your face, Duffy Moon. All right, playing against tv-manijak. All right, red. Choose to make him sacrifice a creature. We're good. This does damage stuff. He's a good drop. I don't think... Do I care? I guess if I want to do sacrifices of creatures, I got to get him out of here. Well, with our lack of creatures right now, it's a disappointing place to be in. Nothing to be done. And break out. Three and nothing to do. Come on, deck. You got to be doing something better here, man. All right, let's pop it. We got 3 mana. Cool. We can crack this one open to actually arrange our future a little bit better. We need some creatures. No. All right, we'll just kill that guy. As one does. Ooh, that is not great. So I need another mana to be able to pull it off, and I can't do it. Because that guy's back out there like a jerk. Let's put this out. And that's it. All right, who are you picking? Well, that's who I'm picking too. Ain't goes second turn if he's dead. All right, it's time to start killing everybody. Ooh, I could do that. That's kind of cool. All right, let's flop this down. Give them a choice. Pick a creature. You could sacrifice them, whichever one you want. All right, but we're out of creatures. That's not great. And select. All right, go after his hand, right? Oh, he doesn't have anything to discard. Cancel, cancel, cancel. That's all stuff you can play. That was, whoo. I'm glad we had cancel on that one. I almost messed myself up horribly. All right, come on, give me a creature. A man, land, anything. Come on, man, you can do it. See, that doesn't do me any good. Oh, I could do this against target battles. All right, let's do that. I didn't realize I could screw my own battles over with that. No creatures. And we got a guy. That's, are you going to pump him? Mark him with the B? All right, gonna crack that guy a little bit. Pop this out. Take that down. And we win! In your face, Sloppy Joe Jackson! In your face. All right, and with a 67% win rate, we got Rakdos Battles. Rakdos Battles. You know, it's kind of interesting. We're having to go back and play some of the older stuff now. I don't know. I don't particularly care for Tarkir, Dragonstorm. I think it's probably one of the most boring sets I've seen. There's a few good cards, but then after that, everything's just kind of sucked. It's been horrible, and I can't seem to find any decks worth playing. So now it seems like we're going back to the past to find old decks that are worth playing again, and maybe bringing in a couple of stuff from the most recent sets to try to spice it up a little bit, and we're playing battles again. Thing is, though, this has been 100 times more fun to play than the stuff that has been fresh and new. So I'm glad to have it. I'm glad that Standard goes for 3 years, because otherwise we'd be in a bad shape at the moment. All right, so let's get down to it. Who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player of this deck? The guy I hoped for all the time was Rampaging Raptor, because we'd be getting battles out, and this guy could rip open do damage to players, has trample, has haste, and break open your battles at the same time, which all of our battles gave us dudes to play with. Yeah, Rampaging Raptor was the special sauce that made this deck so incredibly good. So yeah, I'm going to give it's a quick nod right to Rampaging Raptor. This guy's space awesome. I like the fact that he goes after planeswalkers. That's another great thing too. So yeah, Rampaging Raptor, you are today's MVP. Congratulations, you're going to Disneyland. Number 2, was this deck competitive? Yeah, I mean, I got a 67%. It was a good deck. I won 2 out of 3 games. It felt very much like a Platinum Mythic list. There were times this deck kind of didn't come together. Why was that? Because it's got a lot of low-end stuff going on. And if you can't find the Rampaging Raptor or Rankle and Torbran, a lot of times this deck might just sort of peter out. That's the way it is with Platinum Mythic decks. You know, they don't do everything. They just do some stuff very well. And then when you get your cards in the right order, which they do pretty well, a good job of it, then yeah, everything kind of comes together nicely. And, you know, that's the thing with every deck. You draw your cards, the shuffler does what it's going to do. So luck pays for a lot of it. But this deck seems to come together a lot more than it doesn't. So yeah, I think it's a competitive deck. I think it's a great deck. I think it's competitive enough. I mean, it's not going to be in the top, whatever, 10 decks out there, but it was definitely worth playing. All right, let's see. Was this deck fun? Yeah. Why? I mean, here's my biggest problem with the deck is that it wanted to be aggro. I'd get, Hopeless Nightmare, Monastery Swiftspear. I wanted to be able to play Burst Lightning on turn 1 potentially, but I kept having tap land and this land, which wouldn't allow me to play red. Sweet God, these things were just shooting me in the head. And somehow, despite the fact I have way more regular lands, well, let's see, that's 9 of them versus 11. Okay, that's the reason why. I always was picking these things up like crazy, and I had a hard time playing things on turn 1. It still worked out okay. I just feel all antsy if I don't have some sort of board state on the first turn. But that's a me thing. It's something me and my therapist have to get over. So anyways, was it fun? Yes. I had to get over that first turn delay. Lastly, was this deck interesting? Absolutely. Why? Because we haven't seen good battle deck in a while. It's going back to the past. It's pulling stuff up. We've injected it with what's in here that's new. That's not from a while back ago. Momentum Breaker is really the big new card. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, whatever. As you can see, it's just Tarkir doesn't hold together. It's just not that great. Maybe they just tried not to make their cards too powerful. You're stuck with a bunch of maybe Moneyball cards or something. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm not a big fan. But anyways, I like this. Going back to the past, paying stuff from, God, I don't even know what this set was called anymore. This is, I can't remember. Whatever that is, that was a good set. It was really good. Ixalan was great. Yeah, look at all this. We got all of these great cards. Man, Urza's, that was fantastic. Brothers War was fantastic. Yeah. All right, so let's add this up. Was this deck competitive? Yes. Was it fun? Yes. Was it interesting? Totes my goats. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. It was a straight A deck. I'm gonna call it a straight A deck, just because it felt a little lacking, but still, it was a great deck to play. If you're looking for something that you haven't played for in a while, or something new because you're a relatively new player, this is a great deck. All right, so that makes it a straight A deck, which means if you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun playing with it as I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, screw you guys, I'm going home. Bye.